Hey guys, Tom here, and today I want to bring you a short gameplay. I think it's like 20 minutes long, of the new, coming soon, Zombie Realism mod 3.0. And here I'm just going through, I'm picking my class, picking my weapon, and I have all these challenges unlocked. The one I'm selecting now gives me a supply drop to start each game, so that'll be nice. I think this time around it's money. Yeah, you can see that little money icon there. So as soon as I get actually to the map itself, I'll get that drop and give me a little bit of a advantage going into this game. But this is Mike VLC's map Nuketown that we were trying to get the Realism mod 3.0 to work on. We're hoping that this map is our launch map, but we are running into some issues and we're not sure if they're mod related or map related, so it's taken a little bit of time. But yeah, you start out in No Man's Land on this map if y'all haven't played that. If you have, then you know. That gives you a chance to scrape together some points early on, and then I grab this, so I've got, instead of 500 points to start the game, I've got like over 2,000, so that'll come in handy, because I need every point I can get. Now I'm pretty high, I'm like 30, what is it, 35, 36, my character level right now. And I am the tank class, which means I have the class perk of self-defense. So if a zombie hits me, they get stunned and are dealt a little bit of damage as well. And then it takes like 10 seconds for this self-defense perk to recharge before I can use it again. So I just can't get spammed over and over again. I'm invincible. But that's cool. We like that. It makes our tank feel extra tough. So yeah, I'm just starting out, trying to scrape together a bunch of points before I open any doors, because I know what's coming. And like I said, it's a short gameplay, I don't last very long. This is pretty tough, man. Even with all the advantages that the Realism mod gives you, you still have to be good at zombies to survive very long. Surprise, surprise. And I'm not the biggest pro out there. But yeah, so we're having some mod or map related issues. A couple days ago I sent this map out to like 20 people, 20 plus people, to do some co-op testing. Individuals who agreed not just to do solo testing but to do co-op testing, because me and Blunt Stuffy, the guy who actually made this mod, we've never actually played together. He lives in the Netherlands, I believe, and I'm in the US, so our time zones are way off, and we can never make it work. I'm super busy too, so we really needed co-op testing, and I don't have any friends, so I have nobody to co-op test with. Yeah, it just kind of sucks. What you gotta do, right? You have to be likable to get friends. They never told me that. But anyway, so we're doing a lot of co-op testing and haven't gotten a whole lot of feedback. I think like 6 out of the 20-something people we sent the map to have given feedback, and it's been mixed. It really has a lot of crashing. Not really, just like one crash in game. Most people who are having trouble can't even get it to start. Now that's due with well, some people have fixed it by lowering the textures down. That seems to be a big deal. You lower the textures, play it on like normal or high or low, anything but ultra, and people can typically play it, but still, some people can't, and that's bugging us. And like I said, we don't know if that's a map issue, because we know in looking through the map release page for this Nuketown map, there have been a lot of people who've had a hard time just getting this map to play by itself, much less putting an extremely taxing mod on it. That can only make things more difficult. So yeah, like I said, we don't know if it's our mod or if it's the map, but man, we're having some trouble. So we're not really comfortable releasing it yet. I think we want to try and get it on a couple more maps. And if after we put it on a few more maps, we don't have issues that way for those maps, then we'll probably be a little bit more comfortable thinking, okay, maybe it was just this map and not the mod so much. But only time will tell, and guys, that just leads to more testing and more time. So I'm sorry it's dragging out. I've been making a lot of videos recently talking about all the positives of this map, all the features of this mod, I mean, and just everything it can bring to your map. And I know it's taken some time. You all want to get your hands on it, and I want to get it released, like super bad. I don't know why I bought this USR. I think I thought it was a different gun, but this gun's garbage. It's like it's like the Car 98, you know. It's just something you get when you're feeling overconfident and you think like, you know, I'm on top of the world, nothing can stop me, so let me get the world's crappiest gun. Alright, the LZ-52 Limbo. Yeah, this is pretty cool. We don't have the reload animation, or the reload sounds aren't here for some reason. Maybe Blunt knew that, but whatever. At least the firing sounds are. But yeah, this'll ensure our success for at least a while. So you guys are probably wondering that, okay, well, before the Nuketown map, you guys had that greenhouse map, right? Well, yes, but it's not nearly as done as we were hoping it would be, and plus we sent it out to a few testers, and they kind of thought it sucked. They kind of thought the map sucked. And I don't think it sucks myself, because I know it like inside and out. I know how to play it and where to go and how to survive and things like that. And I know where everything is. So to me, it's super fun. It's super fun once you get to know this map. But it's extremely unique, guys. There's a lot of different things on the greenhouse map that really, well, there's some things that haven't been seen before. Like, there's a whole bunch of explosives around the map that you have to disarm these explosives, or else they can explode and actually change the layout of the map, which could really suck for you if you have a favorite spot you like to run, and then one of the bombs goes off and you can't run that route anymore. So I don't think it's really been done before, where something can permanently change the face of the map altogether. I know in Moon there's been the things that change the map, but this is radically different, guys. This really changes things, and there's a lot of these bombs. So, and then also the objectives for the map, I don't think were as clear as they could have been on Greenhouse. So that became frustrating for people who didn't know what to do. Now, that's something that's very touchy too, because if you make objectives that are too straightforward, people are like, oh, this is easy. Where's the challenge? But if you make something that's too challenging, then people complain that they can't find it. They can't find what to do or where to go, and it's not fair. Because people will gladly spend weeks trying to figure out Treyarch maps, but they don't want to give a custom map the time of day. And that's just the truth. Most people are like that. So how do you please everyone? Well, you can't, but you just do the best you can. You listen to feedback, and if somebody says the map sucks for one reason or other, then maybe you take that in consideration and you make some changes. You don't get bent out of shape, So yeah, so here we go. The Desert Eagle's doing some work right now. I think the next round, either the next round or the following round, will be the first Panzer sighting. Panzer Soldat. Now, what eventually ends up getting me killed is I forgot that the next time, like the second time Panzers show up, like two of them show up. And so I had a plan kind of how I was going to deal with it, and then it didn't quite work out that way. But at least I got my self-defense, I got body armor, so I'm doing good. It's nice to be able to see those exploding guys from a mile away. Not like that. But I just love when those exploding guys, when they explode, like their bodies just fly. It's a great effect. And if you shoot them while they're in a crowd of other zombies, you can take out a big group all at once. So it's a lot of fun. So yeah, that's just a little bit of an update. God, I got caught on the map there. There's like a little concrete step there. Apparently, like my guy can't just like step over. He's got to jump when he goes through there. But that's real life, right? Yeah, this is a little bit of an update on what's going on with Greenhouse and with this Nuketown map and the mod in general. It's very playable. Like when it does boot up and everything. Yep, gotta jump. when it does boot up and things are pretty fine. I haven't had a crash on this map in months, or on this mod, I should say. And this map, once I've gotten into this map, whether it be Greenhouse or Nuketown, once it's actually booted up correctly, I've never had a crash in like I said, probably three months. And I test this a lot, guys. You don't understand. Like, my wife could leave me any day now because I spend more time on this thing than with her. Alright, let's get this rage perk going. I don't think you guys have really seen this one. So yeah, so you activate it and then you run. You have to sprint, and then you're sprinting. There's like stomping sounds, and then you send the zombies flying. Now this took over. I think it was Defense Pulse. Defense Pulse was the previous one perk for the tank class, the class-specific perk before Rage. And what Defense Pulse was supposed to do was you'd activate it and it would knock down all the zombies around you for a few seconds and allow you to get away. So if you feel like you're about to be cornered, then you just hit Defense Pulse, and then it knocks everybody down. You can run away. There's a couple problems with that. One, it's hard to get zombies. It's hard to knock down all the zombies, for one. Like, it's hard to change a zombie's direction. If you change a zombie's direction, like the Thunder Gun, it kills them, right? So here I'm using that rage perk correctly. You think you're getting backed into a corner, you activate it, just charge through everyone, show's over for them. But anyway, so you change the zombie's direction and you have to kill them. And then knocking them down like we wanted it to, it would knock down most of the zombies, but not all of the zombies. And still, if you're surrounded by zombies and you knock them over, they're on the ground, they're still in your way. And then they get back up like 3 seconds later. It sounded good on paper, like when I designed it, but the execution of it was so bad. It just didn't work. It didn't work consistently enough. If it did, it would have been great. My thought was, you get cornered, knocks them over, you can just run around them, run away from them. But man, the execution just wasn't there. It wasn't working that way. So Rage took over that, and Rage, it's a tank class, right, character. So Rage makes a little bit more sense. Let's give him a little bit more offense rather than just self-defense and Defense Pulse. So Rage, you activate it, and then you have to sprint, and then you're invincible to zombies, pretty much. As long as you're moving forward, you're invincible to the zombies, not the bosses, by the way, and that's what ends up screwing me up. Alright, AK. So you just charge right through everyone, and you have no problem. Super cool. It's fun, man. This perk is a blast to use. It really is. So yeah, got the Limbo, got the AK. I'm feeling pretty good about life. What I like to do is I just like to have these zombies walk up to me and slap me when I have self-defense, because if they die when they die by self-defense, you get some additional XP, which is cool. So I kind of just like to let them do that. Alright, yeah, looks like I upgraded my AK. Now that's something you want to think about too. Like, the first Panzer sighting is going to happen typically on round 7 or 8. And then you need to have you should have a gun that's upgraded at least once or twice. If it's a good gun like the AK, you could probably get away with one, but you're still going to have to do a lot of turning and shooting and stuff like that and running away. And dang, dude, their guns, it's like pulse cannon. For the Panzer, oh my gosh, it just does work on you. Even though it doesn't kill you right away, it freaking blinds you, and then you're shaking around trying to see, and zombies are slapping you around you, and it's just, oh man, it's chaos. So really getting those, oh gosh, yep, those things are freaky. Okay, so one thing to notice about that, I killed him, and then there's a group of zombies just surrounding him, okay? And the reason why we did that, if he spits on you, then all the zombies around you start sprinting at you. Gosh. But if you kill him, when you kill him, then because the acid puddle is there, all the zombies are drawn to the acid puddle. So that's the whole like risk reward thing, the positive negative of these zombie mini boss type things too. Was that it's really bad when he spits on you because you're blinded and all the zombies around you running, but the reward is if you can shoot him. Yeah, let's upgrade that again. If you can shoot him, then you get a little bit of the benefits. All the zombies are around you are, they're drawn to that puddle. Okay, so here I use a little bit of strategy there. I thought I ducked behind that thing while he was shooting past me, but God, he still got me. Now I gotta get on the run really quick. I'm trying to turn and shoot, but I know as soon as I turn around and shoot there, it's a straight shot for him too to just kill me. So I guess I die on the third Panzer sighting. So I think there's still only one Panzer that's spawning in right now. So I'm trying to figure out, like, what am I going to do? I got a twice upgraded gun, so I'm feeling pretty good. Typically, that is enough to do some work on them, but now I'm freaking out because, like, my guns aren't loaded. And, like I said, guys, on the Realism mod, you've got some cool toys to work with, but you still got to try. And it just takes a little bit of getting used to it. Okay, so how do you activate Rage? Like, what button? Because I play with a controller. So it's just more fun for me. I like to kick back in a chair. I don't like to be hunched over my computer. God, guys, I'm freaking 32 years old, and I've played video games like my whole life. So now being hunched over my keyboard like I am all day at work, and I come home and I want to play games, and I'm hunched over more doing the keyboard mouse thing, I got a game because keyboard's the best thing ever, right? And man, my back's killing me, so I gotta be comfortable, guys, when I'm playing. So I get my controller going. I'm sitting back in my chair. I'm super comfy. I can switch positions. I can just stand up if I want to. I can do whatever I want with the controller. But man, with keyboard and mouse, you're just confined so badly to be hunched over your desk. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. Yeah. So this is what I do. So anyway, so how do you activate these perks like Rage or like Phantom for the Assault class? And Phantom, as some of you may know, it teleports you to a random spot on the map. So once again, if you're in a bad spot and you don't think you can get out, you just hit the button on your keyboard that activates the Phantom perk, and you'll be teleported to some random spot, which is typically better than where you're at now. Okay, so I just did this upgrade. Got the fast reload. You saw me go into the attachment menu, and that's the joys of this. One of the joys of this mod is not only do you have perks, but we got attachments. We got a crap load of them. So you can just pick one, and like that right there, that was essential for me to have that. I wasn't thinking about how crucial it was at that point. I was just I opened it up, I saw kind of which one I needed, and I was able to make quick work of that whole group that was coming at me because I had the fast reload. Would not have been so easy. I probably would have gone down there had I not had it. So yeah, so what we did is for Rage or for Phantom, we use keybinds. And so like on my keyboard, you can bind it to whatever key you want. It's B. So I feel like I want to use Rage. I feel like I'm in a bad spot. I just quick slap the B button on my keyboard. So yeah, I guess I do have to go from my reclined position in my chair, my comfort position. I gotta lean forward a little bit, and I hit the B on my keyboard. That kind of puts me in rage mode, and then I go hit the sprint on my controller, and then I'm invincible. I'm doing work. I'm smashing into guys, and life's good. So only have to really get hunched over my keyboard when I'm about to do some special things. But yeah, keybinds were. That just ended up being the direction we went. I think there's only 2 perks that require the use of the keybind, and it's the Phantom and Rage. So yeah, so I'm having a blast, guys, with Rage. I don't play the tank class too often. I really like the Demolitionist class because I just love explosives. So the idea of being able to regenerate grenades by killing zombies is just it's too it's too much fun. So yeah, here's where I'm about to go down here in a minute. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope I gave you some insight onto what's going on with the map and mod. We're testing the crap out of it. I'm testing it every single day, trying to figure out what's up. There's still a few issues with the guns, like when you sprint, some of the guns, I think it's like 5, 6, 7 guns. When you sprint, it goes all shaky when you're running. And some of the reload sounds, like you saw with the LZ52 Limbo, are not there. But as far as the actual kinks, things are pretty smooth, except for just trying to figure out why it won't load every time, and why we're having co-op issues, and just for a project this gigantic and something that takes up this many assets. I mean, this thing's huge. This thing is just, it is a beast, guys. This mod is way bigger and way more intensive than the Realism mod 2.0. There's just more things going on, and you know, we got guns from every Call of Duty through Black Ops 3. So I mean, the assets, space, I mean, everything's getting taken up, and it's taxing. It's taxing on people's computers. I mean, if you got a computer that can barely run World at War, yeah, you're probably going to have some issues with this, because we're using assets and guns and stuff from other Call of Duties that your computer probably can't play. So yeah, so there's some kinks that we're having to work out, and trying to figure out if it's the map issues, mod issues, what's going on there. So we're really trying to do that. Really trying to test it as much as we possibly can. So hopefully this gives you an idea. You can see I've played like a whole game, haven't had any issues pop up on screen. It's run smoothly. Like I said, I can run through any number of rounds, through like 30 round, in the round 30s and up, and I don't have any issues. But it's just people being able to connect with each other, and people doing co-op playing there's some issues. So here we are. Anyway, that's the way it is. So it's one thing to come up with the ideas for a mod like this, and it's another thing to actually make it happen. This is the not fun part. The fun part is coming up with the ideas. The not so fun part is trying to figure out why the heck it's not working. So yeah, here's my fail. Activate rage. And I've already gotten shot a couple times, and here's that second Panzer that's in my face, and I'm running around, and I'm stuck behind this thing, and I just go down. But yeah, you hear 2 explosions. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Yeah, this video is about to end anyway. Talk to you guys later. Bye.